at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school.
I mean, if I fail, I'm probably just gonna go to sleep and then continue when I wake up.
It would seem.
I see that you actually stick to the story. That's just the way I do.
Shall we go?
It's really intriguing, actually. That's why I really.
I'm streaming, by the way. In case you're, even though I think I know who it is. Wait, what the fuck? There's 2 Monokumas now, but my guess is Sakura and Aoi, whatever.
Wrong. Boy, proud.
But that probably wouldn't make sense. Maybe just one of them. No.
Okay. Hey!
Let's go.
Please!
I played it already, but like once I finish actual games, then I might because apparently they'll give you a few missions and whatnot, but after a certain level, the missions stop. You can just roam around and shit. There's nothing to do after a while. That's what I've been told. Yeah, like it's not like you finish the game. It's just like kind of stops.
Yeah, I get the feeling.
Hey.
I still might give it a try though. It looks actually pretty fun, but like, por ahora, I'm just gonna finish some other games and shit.
That's right.
I don't know if they will ever reveal a new game for franchise. It's kind of a misstep.
Wait, who? Which game? No.
Whether they will decide. The thing is that the owner of the developer company, like the CEO, called. Do you remember when Toriyama always put that thing that it loves?
I think?
Every time when he answers a question, sometimes he will say loves with asterisks.
I don't think I've noticed that or remember.
Well, the CEO responded, well, it's not exactly over, it's taking a break. No, that's what regarding the action point.
It just, developers often like surprising, and not only that, you gotta remember, nothing is guaranteed. So like, even if he has like 10 other games planned, he probably can't do it. Like, maybe the team isn't there, maybe the budget isn't there, you know. So all we really have to do is wait and see what happens. For all we know, there's probably 10 other games in development, like I said. Or, for all we know, this game could be dead now.
Come on.
No.
The thing is, there hasn't been they break down merchandise and other shit. Do you know those Dragon Ball figures? Something like that. They actually for the 10th anniversary, I actually can remember when it was kind of more excited of this game personally. Like the one we started it off. Maybe by then they have something planned, you know. I can say just stay away from the spoilers. I'll make sure and I won't say any details.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll probably end up forgetting it anyway.
I only got spoiled like 2 times. And it wasn't anything. When I was playing, I was making sure.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will dictate if you can figure out, then I'll punish now.
We already know who did it.
I think a lot of caution.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found it in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprint for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprint, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Oh, you never played on the PS4? That's okay.
I never played the game.
The thing is, my internet's shitty. Every time I tried, it won't let me. Hell, it says that the gameplay won't show up on my stream. I don't know if you're watching or not right now, but it told me that the gameplay won't show up.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
It's not true! It's Hiro, why?
No!
But
Hold on a second!
my internet is really fucking shitty. Don't
Everything
get
we
that
found
like
in
in
your
the.
room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all...
No, wrong!
I have to be in the living room, probably, for my internet to be good.
Hiro
And
really made those blueprints?
como te digo, I actually game shared and shit that
What do you
way.
mean?
Share play, whatever.
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet us if their alter ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them. Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Say? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
I got it! Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
I got it!
Yeah,
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right? So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the doll. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the doll.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken? Huh? Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you and me. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you. wrong! I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your work. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your work, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. I cannot agree.
This should prove it. If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room, and as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious. As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over. Then you could push the dolly no problem. So the killer just crouched down and carted the body off to the repository.
If you accept everything we just said, then you must realize that whoever was in the suit couldn't possibly be the culprit.
Sorry. I don't think I realize anything. As we know, and from there...
Yeah, the culprit then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you have to do is bend over.
No, wrong! You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember? When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
Seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible! Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in its parts.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
Seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right!
So, it's really true that Robo Justice couldn't have used the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did use the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Hello.
So long as
Someone
those
was
facts
speaking
exist,
Russian in my
the
comment
proper conclusion is
section.
beyond question.
Check it out for yourself.
The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second!
Okay, so it's Celeste.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to
You can
decide
do
who
it
did
in the website version. You can just copy the link, post it in the Chrome or whatever. But if you, I think,
Before we rush
I
to a
mean, do you
verdict,
really want to go through that trouble
shouldn't we explore
though?
every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
Really? That seems a little bit of a petty thing though.
Yeah, I know, but there are people who will take it seriously because it's just annoying and one day I'm like...
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko,
That's
and
Sakura.
myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone.
Sakura, the voice matches perfectly. I think that's actually a woman too.
If you have any doubt now,
That was around 8 a.m.
No, I mean like the voice actor. I think it's a woman.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the third floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
And then... At that point, we decided to divide up into two groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the third floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who arrived after us. We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again. But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for two missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Fuck, I suck at this.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after? We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Come again? Let them kill them. Yeah, something like that, I think.
So, regarding Taka's...
I just suck at this.
Yeah. I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
What makes you say that?
I'm on it.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while
Fucking hell.
Taka's death came from a...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Wait. weak spot.
Your parents don't have any problem with you not sleeping?
Whenever they want to argue, basically. Sometimes they're like, oh, okay, sure. Then, and other times it's like, what the fuck are you doing awake? They're just very hypocritical.
Perhaps it was faster. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
No, this doesn't make sense, see?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Shit.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3. Wow.
Well, Taka's dead.
See? So it's obvious Taka came last. So, I wonder if or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in.
No? See, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
So, regarding Taka's...
Wait, I can take it, but how did it... But...
There are some mechanics that allow you to grab an argument.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but like, I don't remember how exactly. Hold down the L1 to open your truth cylinder, then use the left stick to use the truth bullet once you let go of the L1, the bullet will be loaded. Right. Hold down the L1 to open it.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Left stick? I don't remember. If you target a weak spot and then hold down the you can use a weak spot.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was
I think I get it. But I just...
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if or perhaps it was... We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
There we go.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
No, wrong!
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
Coming in?
Where do you want to do the closest for the item?
Probably fucking kill
If
myself.
anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Dang it, Gambit. Which one was this again? Oh, motherfucker, holy shit. I don't know what words these are. Shit. Oh, come on. No. fucked. I could just Google it, probably.
Wristband.
I haven't seen a B, I think. And there's no T in wristband. Wait. Oh, I know. It's wristwatch. Watch.
Now I understand. I got it. Papa's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night... So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe. When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing. Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway. In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said... His body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another... No!
Come again?
I always like to talk about this,
No,
I
yeah.
don't think it has
I
anything
noticed.
to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
What?
That it isn't possible.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No.
I don't get what
It is
the broken
impossible.
wristwatch has to do with
Hifumi
anything.
was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I don't know where the broken wristwatch has to do with
Are you
anything.
saying that when we first found there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Fuck it, I'm just shooting randomly. Yeah.
Is this really the end for all of us?
Did you die?
I refuse to give up yet.
Last time I checked, you had
It was because of the guessing the letters. You get one wrong and that's like an entire heart.
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. If Hifumi was dead, and you know that, surely you heard the body discover Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that, surely you heard the body discover Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Oh wait, isn't that the same thing?
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that, surely you heard the body that Hifumi's dead, and that is...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
See? Doesn't make sense. I have to do the fucking
saying that when
thing
we
again
first
now.
found Hifumi there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is Hifumi was dead, without a doubt, and you know that, surely you heard the body discovery announcement along Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I suck at this.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt. And you know that how? Shortly, you heard the body discovery of Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement... Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else...
Okay, I think I know.
Are you saying that when we first found there's a chance he was...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that shortly you heard the body discover Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Son of a bitch.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, and you know that shortly you heard the body of Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made. Are we really so maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery?
I suck at this.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi,
Probably gonna die
he
again.
was actually still alive?
No. It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, and you know that how? Shortly, you heard the body discovery of Hifumi's dead body had been found. That is why. Are we really so sure? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, shit.
It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, and you know that shortly you heard the body of Hifumi's dead body, and that is... Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse, there's a chance he was actually still alive? Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I tried almost everything. Just gonna scroll through my phone.
If you want an answer, I can do it. So you don't have to worry about any.
There's a chance he was actually still alive.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt. And you know that how? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, and you know that shortly you heard the body of Hifumi's dead body, and that is why. Are we really? Maybe the announcement...
I'm probably gonna die again. Let's see.
Someone else's
Yep,
discovery.
died again. I tried everything.
I refuse to give up yet!
So, you want me to Google it, or you wanna see it?
I guess, maybe.
Are you saying that when we first found him...
I did it all three. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I think you need to grab another one.
Yeah, but like I did almost every combination. You're watching me on stream. There's probably gonna be like 1 or 2 combination that I didn't do. I'm just gonna randomly do it until something happens.
There's a chance he was actually still alive.
No, It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Shortly, you heard the body discovery announcement, along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Huh?
Danganronpa is rated M.
Yes.
I thought it was rated P.
No, nigga, there's blood, cursing. Of course it's gonna be rated M.
I mean, I don't know.
Are we really so sure about maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery?
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is in Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Shortly, you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive? Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office...
Oops.
There's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Shortly, you heard the body discovery announcement, along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
So I think using the broken wristwatch, I need to shift the phrase that says nothing to do with the TikTok.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Shortly, you heard the body discovery announcement, along with
You
the
said
Hifumi's dead body.
Dead body has been found?
No. You need to use the broken wristwatch bullet, and you need to put it on nothing to do with TikTok.
It had been found. And that is...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
It's just, I'm pretty sure I put it on all three, though.
Are you saying that when we first found
I'll do it right
Hifumi,
now.
there's a chance
See,
he was actually
like all
still
three.
alive?
Maybe.
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Shortly, you heard the body discovery. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
That's two.
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Shortly, you heard the body discovery. Hifumi's dead, and that is...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's
See?
discovery.
All three.
Are you saying that when we first found
I did
Hifumi in the
all
nurse's
three.
office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No.
The phrase of the character, when the phrase of the character doesn't break, you will miss.
I hit all three. Look at the replay. I mean, whatever. You're...
Yes.
I hit all three.
Do you think you can let me try to do this for you? Like, my connection is good, but I don't know, but maybe you're...
Look, I'll try this one time. I'll see. I can't do it while we're broadcasting. Wait. Let me take it out then. Shit.